Good day, creative geniuses. Welcome. Welcome to my Wednesday Wisdom Window. I'm Suzanne Grace, CEO of Grace Inspire Sanctuary, where we come together once a week to take a breath, have a new thought about this thing called life. Wow. It's the December, what is today? December, 10th, something. Yes, so happy you're here, and I have my Ukrainian scarf on today. This beautiful scarf that I got 20 years ago when I was in Ukraine. I went to a conference with our spiritual community in Ukraine on the Black Sea and Crimea, and had such an amazing time with both Ukrainians and Russians attended, and Europeans and Americans. And I'm just in honor of those beautiful people. I'm wearing my scarf today. So I honor them and everything they're going through. So I'm grateful you're here today. Whenever and wherever you're watching it from, let me know you're here. So we'll do a little breath practice, and then I have a short reading and an affirmation for you today. So thanks for being here. So let's do our energy system tapping first. This opens us to what's called our radiant circuits. Can't go wrong. There's no side effects here. So we're going to start with our tapping under our eye on the bone there. This is the beginning of the stomach meridian. And this grounds and centers us, it said. So we just relax and breathe as we're tapping lightly. And then we tap our collarbone points right underneath the bone on that soft tissue. This is the top of the kidney meridian. You don't need to necessarily know all this, but it's just information. And this area moves energy forward and up through the meridians to the eyes and the brain. So you'll have clear eyes. Also helps with concentration and coughs. And then, of course, your thymus gland. We make a little fist and you tap your thymus. This is a great immune system boost, fights disease, activates your T cells to fight infection, and supports your white blood cells. We do this in yoga all the time, don't we? And then tap the front ribs right underneath your chest there. Right in the center. This is spleen energy, supports metabolism in our body. And then last, the top of the head, excuse me, opening to our crown chakra, that infinite wisdom and potential for today. And release. Good. That kind of perks you up, doesn't it? Opening to our radiant circuits. I like that. So I'm going to do a little reading today that I found, and I'm author unknown. I found it very helpful for me because there was something I was going through, and I thought you might enjoy this too. So the title is Release Unnecessary, Embrace Extraordinary. Think about that. Release unnecessary and embrace extraordinary. So the author says a powerful realization that can help increase our overall quality of life is understanding that it is not a requirement to move through life holding on to stress, burdens, and a sense of overwhelm. Hear that. It's not a requirement to be under stress. Wow. You know, it reminds me that we just think today that being uncomfortable and stressed out is normal. It's not. It's not normal. Wow. We are not required to continuously recall unpleasant experiences in our lives day after day, cultivating feelings of shame, guilt, or anger. Yeah, we're not required to keep thinking about the past. In fact, being that we are that which assists in directing our daily lives, we can at any moment choose to release the unnecessary. You have that power. Any moment you can choose to release the unnecessary. Now, when I say unnecessary, please do not discount the wisdom found in those challenging and disturbing situations that have occurred in our lives. We can grasp the wisdom contained within a given experience without being attached to the feelings associated with that experience. Excuse me. So think about that. There's wisdom in our woundedness, is how I say it. But we don't have to dwell on the woundedness. I'm going to grab a drink here. Right? As we make a conscious choice to release the unnecessary, we begin to make room for the extraordinary to unfold in our life. After all, how can we expect to bring something wonderful into our experience if we do not have the internal space for something wonderful to develop? This is a great day to venture into those caverns of our minds and hearts, looking at the thoughts, feelings, and memories we hold near and dear. Let us be courageous enough to release what no longer serves us, knowing that as we do, we make space for something magnificent to happen through us right now. Release unnecessary, embrace extraordinary. I mean, think about that. What are you holding on to right now in your consciousness that is really unnecessary? Blame, shame, guilt, resentment, upset. Oh, yeah. Because our focus is a very powerful tool, isn't it? You know, what are you fascinated by? What are you paying attention to? I talk about this all the time. Because if our focus and attention is always at the mercy of what's happening outside of ourselves, we're not creating space for something else to show up. If we're willing to focus on and expand things that bring us joy and peace, then joy and peace will increase. And that will help us address and resolve any challenges in our life because we're acting from a state of peace and joy and harmony. It all begins with our focus and our attention, right? Release unnecessary, embrace extraordinary. So I just suggest let's focus on the things we'd like to see expand in our life. And we don't act as if challenges and upsets aren't there, but instead we know that there's something greater behind that is more powerful than any challenge or circumstance. Focus on that. Focus on the extraordinary. What if I could move through this with ease? So let's be courageous today and this week to release what no longer serves us and know that as we do, we're making space for something magnificent to happen, something extraordinary. It's your choice, as always. Good food for thought today. So I invite you to, let's do our breath practice together. I invite you to get your feet on Mother Earth and really just kind of pick up your heels and pound the earth a little bit just to get that groundedness in if you're not driving. Take one hand on your heart chakra, one hand at your low belly. Extend your spinal column, your Sushumna channel, full of energy from the coccyx tailbone up through the spinal column, through the neck, into the brain. The pineal gland lights up to the crown of the head, and then imagine that energy opening at the top like a lotus flower. Ooh, yeah. And just breathing into that central channel, up and down, up and down. And we'll take our 3 yogic breaths together as I tone that love and vibration of harmony as we inhale from the belly, through the diaphragm, through the heart, up to the middle of the brain. Smile and exhale gratitude. Again, inhale from the belly. Watch the breath rise up through the body, through the brain, up to the crown. Smile and exhale. And one more conscious yogic breath. All the way up, all the way up. Hold the breath, hold the breath, hold the breath. And exhale. And you can release your hands onto your lap. And just stay in that stillness and quiet inner landscape for a moment. And bring to mind for yourself whatever is unnecessary in your existence, in your life. And imagine you can just let it go. Release it. Cut the tie. Cut the string to the upset. And know that there is wisdom that you can gain from that experience or situation. And as you let go of it, you can then embrace something new, a new feeling, a new emotion, a new idea, a new direction. And breathe, and know that you have courage to release what no longer serves you. Bless it and let it go. And maybe today do some journaling about whatever it is that you feel is binding you, keeping you stuck. It's okay. Journal, ask it. Transform it into something that's supportive for you. Let's focus on the things we'd like to see expand in our lives, like harmony, well-being, peace, love, kindness. Yeah. So our affirmation today is, I am willing to make room for the extraordinary in my life. I invite you to repeat this with me. I am willing to make room for the extraordinary to unfold in my life. Again, I am willing to make room for the extraordinary to unfold in my life. Yeah. And be open and receptive to how that shows up. But we're planting a seed, right? We're planting a seed. And who knows how it's going to grow, what will show up. And we give thanks and gratitude for it. So take a deeper cleansing breath. Open our eyes, rub our hands together. Whew. I needed to hear that today. How about you? There's always stuff we can let go of, isn't there? I mean, just, it's crazy, but there is. Clasp your hands. Let's take a nice stretch up. Oh, yes. Open your arms. Slowly reach wide. Come back down to earth. What a great day. Thank you for being here. And remember, you can pass this on to anyone who you feel could benefit from what I've said today, or the breath, anything. It's good to share the good, I think. And remember to smile. I do that in my yoga class all the time. I remind my students to smile. The acronym is START My Internal Love Engine. And smiles are contagious, right? And did you know smiling releases neuropeptides? It boosts the immune system. It lowers your blood pressure, produces neurotransmitter hormones for a boost. Are you smiling now? And interestingly, if you smile at someone, their immune system is boosted, even if they don't return your smile. So give the gift of a smile today to everybody, even those that cut you off in traffic. Because simply by putting a smile on our face changes our body chemistry. Wow. And smiling is a language everybody can understand, right? It's inspiring. It's a vibration. So that's extraordinary. I invite you to smile a lot today for yourself and for everyone. And have a beautiful rest of this December day, wherever you are. I appreciate you. Namaste. I'm smiling at you.